Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the boiler room. Alrighty. If this is your first time joining in, thank you very much. Give you a quick rundown. What we do here every Monday, or every morning, Monday through Friday, is we go through a pre-market watch list, find the stocks that could potentially be running, or make the big moves for today. That's the ultimate goal. What is going on, everybody? Constantine, familiar faces, Mr. Cornut, Betty, Ariel. All right, we all have some familiar faces in here. Glad to see you all. Give it a few seconds. We're going to let some more people gather in. What's going on, guys? Glad to have you in here. Today is a big day for me. Going to be sitting down, meeting with my developer here. It is 8:38. Be meeting with him around 11:30 to discuss what's going to happen with the new course and everything. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, right? Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. So obviously yesterday was a phenomenal day with what was that one? ATRX or gosh, I can't, ATCX, AT whatever it was called. I can't remember. We're gonna go over it anyways. Let's see. One second. Oh, recent, that's what I want. TRXYE, that's what it was, TRXYEs. Alrighty, guys. Well, first off, let me just kind of give you my kind of game plan for today on the ones that I'm looking at, right? So first, I want to talk about TRXYE. You see this line I have drawn here? All right. So, well, first off, let me draw another line, right? So this is this line I'm about to draw. That is the $4 mark. This one I just drew, that's the $4 mark. That's a huge support area. You know, that is a huge support area, the $4 spot. This stock is having a really challenging time, or really hard time going through that $4 area. You see that it did it a few times here, but then quickly got bought back up to go up higher. Now, looking at it today, I mean, the chart doesn't look amazing pre-market, but neither did the chart look very good here pre-market yesterday, and absolutely being a monster. It would not surprise me if we see a multi-day runner out of TRXYE. It is a higher float stock, so it does run, but not quite as fast as others, which is okay. All right, Michael, that's what I like to hear, brother. That's awesome. I've thought of a need to. I might, honestly, I might get my Series 7 broker's license, but I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's not like I really have to, but I might do it just to get it, you know, that'd be cool. Now, looking at this again, here's a $4 mark, that first white line that I'm on. That's a huge mental support area. As you can see, the price dropped below this $4 area multiple times before getting bought back up. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, if we can get a strong break below $4, it would be a good short, in my opinion, right? So there's probably other people looking to short the stock below $4. Now, the only thing I'm thinking about is if, for whatever reason, this stock can't get below $4 and it holds up, we might see this thing run again, because, you know, it's got to go either up or it has to go down, right? It's not going to just consolidate sideways on $4 all day long. It's either going to go break down or go up. So there's really going to be one of three things happening here. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, obviously, or it'll be very trappy, where it's just kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down all day long. And if that's the case, you want to stay away from it. But I personally feel that below $4, so below the $4 mark, we could see a strong short play. But if for whatever reason that doesn't happen, shorts might cover a position and we could see it squeeze a little bit. And then we could see momentum traders hop in once it hits their scanner, and then we'll just see people piling back in. And I think we could see a strong possibility for a multi-day runner. We just have to keep it on watch, okay? Right now, it has to make new highs, right? It hasn't made, it's still on its way to make a new high. New high is going to be above 445. So we really have to get above 445 to have a multi-day runner. So I think it's definitely worth keeping on a watch, because if you look at this pattern, right, this chart is coming down like this. So this is where the focal point is going to be, right in this $4, 405 area, unless it breaks out and continues higher. If it breaks out of this trend line and continues higher, then this trend will change, and then it'll probably be something like, like that. And then we're going to have a bigger gap area before it gets squeezed. But as of right now, this $4, 405, 410 area is going to be a pretty crucial point to pay attention to, right in that spot. Alrighty. I don't think there's any news on TRXYE. No, nothing really new about it. Now, real quick, if we look at the daily chart, 1 second. Let's look at the daily chart. This is something to be mindful of, right? Look at how far it went up yesterday, and look at that gap up. Or I don't want to say gap up, but look at how extended it is from the blue line, our support. So we are very extended. So for me, a break below $4, that white line I just drew, a break below that could be a great short. All right, I would definitely look to short below that. But if we can't get below that, we might push higher back up towards these the $5 area. It's very possible that we might see a multi-day runner. It would not surprise me. So I'm going to keep TRXYE on watch today. Possible short and multi-day runner to the upside. Alrighty, that's my game plan there. Now, what is the other one? SRAX. I literally hopped off my computer yesterday right before this big run, and it kind of sucks because I could have definitely got a lot of piece of this action, but I really just missed it. I literally got off my computer right before the end of the day. Now, looking at this chart, you can see that it's very extended. Every time it has a big day, it tends to pull back, and it's been forming these very nice flag patterns, right? So here's the flag pattern, right? We go up, and then we pull down, and then we break out, and then we pull down, then we break out again. So it's definitely expected that we're going to see this come down towards this direction where I just drew these white lines, right? Definitely that's what's expected of it today. Now, looking at it here, as you can see, we popped up from $2.86 to $5. Oh man, that would have been an awesome play, but I literally got off my computer right before it happened, or during it was happening, I don't know. Now, pay close attention here, right? It's the same thing with AC or TRXYE. You can see that that $4 is holding up as a very strong support, and it doesn't want to break $4, but it's consolidating right on that $4 mark. So for me, if this thing can consolidate sideways until the bell and we get a crack below $4, I will definitely be looking to short. But if for whatever reason it consolidates on this $4 area, does not break, shorts can potentially cover their position, causing it to squeeze a little bit, and then we might see this thing pop again. But I strongly feel that we might get a break below the $4 area. So I'll be looking to short SRAX below $4. Or potential long if it can consolidate, right? Let's see. Yeah, so let's look at PHPI. I had this one on watch. I was thinking about playing it, but it was just moving in such small penny increments that I didn't really trust it. Here we go. We popped up end of day. We hit a high of $1.80 pre-market, and now we're selling off. That's where the resistance is at. If we look at the daily chart, all right, so here it is, right? That's really where we're at, and it's not holding up. It's kind of selling off, so it's hard to judge exactly what it's going to do, but right now it's just dumping. Doesn't look like it's going to be a very strong candidate for today. Another one that a lot of people are watching is ANYOT. So ANYOT, right? I do like this, all right? I do like it, but I'm still cautious. It had a phenomenal day. Tons of people made money, right? This is the kind of setup that I would look for a continuation, where it kind of grinds higher all day long, doesn't really sell off too hard before the end of the day, and then we look to get in over the break of the previous high of day. Well, we set a high of 205 pre-market, right? So this is our high, 205 pre-market. Wow, that is great. So we got a high of 205 pre-market. as you can see in this area pre-market, we're continuing to really kind of put in these little higher lows, right? We're getting in like a little bit of higher lows, and we're just really consolidating on the 200 moving average. So it's nice because this thing's really just consolidating sideways. So there's a strong possibility we could see this thing pop up above $2 and then really get squeezed up and push higher. And if that's the case, my first target price is going to be 225 and then 250. So 225 first target price, and then next one would be 250 next target price. But be mindful because it has to really break strongly through that $2 and have a lot of buyers on the level 2 for it to be good, but it's showing strong signs. It's not selling off and it's not really going higher. It's just consolidating sideways and really not proving exactly what it wants to do. So this is something to be mindful of and cautious of, considering we're consolidating and we're just hanging out, right? If this thing really cracks this 190 area or 185, we could see it dump out. Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. Hold on. I forgot to take a look at the daily chart. Now, look at the daily chart. This is also something to be mindful of. You see how it gapped down recently? We just filled the gap fill. So we're really heading into resistance here at the 240 area, which is like right here. And then you'd have resistance above that, 260. So this is something to be mindful of, that we just completely filled our gap. It's possible we see it go higher, but we're also very extended from support down here to $1.06, okay? So there's a lot to pay attention to on ANYOT. So Constantine. So yeah, that's just it, right? If you look at this daily chart, we just filled the gap. We're way above support lines. So if it comes down, we have a long way to go before it really would catch itself. You have resistance 240, resistance 260, 250. So there's a lot to watch out for on ANYOT. I think another one a lot of people are looking at is OPPT. Ooh. So again, this is one that kind of popped up yesterday, consolidated sideways, and then it popped up after market, and now we popped up to a high of 210. So, ooh, that's a bad line, like right there. It does have this little trend it's following, but this big move happened after hours. I wouldn't be surprised if people try and take profits and cause it to dump out here when the morning bell opens. I could very well see that happening, but you know, it does have this little bit of a pattern like this. So we should see some kind of movement within this little triangle area, either to the upside or the downside. So either it's going to confirm the uptrend or it's going to break and then confirm the downtrend. So you can keep it on watch. I still think there might be some stronger candidates. I would probably keep a closer look on ANYOT. I'm definitely going to watch TRXYE for a multi-day runner. I think that's got a good chance. PLX, crazy volume. Let me take a look at it. I looked at it earlier today. Does it have news? I think it did have news. Yeah, this thing had 4 news releases, so there is great news on PLX. This is something to watch based on the news, but if you look, it's got some strong resistance here in the 90-cent area, the dollar area. The only issue I have with this is the stock is below $5. Or sorry, below $1. So stocks below $1 are notorious for failing right in the 90 cents, right in the dollar area. I will only mess around with PLX if it breaks over $1. I'm not going to mess around with it until it breaks $1. Bottom line, I don't trust them. I don't like them. I won't play it unless we get over $1 with strong volume. So Kraken wise, the multi-day runner I foresee having potential is TRXYE. I really do. I have this feeling we could see a multi-day runner out of TRXC. It doesn't look amazing pre-market, and it's following a slight downtrend here. But, you know, we can keep it on watch. I think that there's a possibility we could see a multi-day runner. Oh, man. Yeah, let me take a look here. I took a look at RXDX. So RXDX has a 37 million share float. Little higher. If you look at the daily chart, it's at $19, right? So if we come down here, so the price is all the way right here. This is where the price is at right now. Or, well, it gapped up to. It's not quite that high, but right here. So considering it's up to about $18, $19, you are right now about 20% off of support. So there's major risk involved with RXDX considering its gap up. And the fact that it gapped up, what's that? It's 14 to 19. It gapped up $5. Very strong signs. It looks very weak. I would not be surprised if this thing kind of falls down towards the, you know, $17 area. I think this one will drop out of the gates, honestly. Oh, man. I got to get to bed earlier or something. These mornings I'm becoming tireder and more tired. I'll take a quick look at SRAX today because it is on my watch list pretty heavily. So this is my game plan with this. All right, so take a quick look back, SRAX, right? Let's take a look at the daily. This thing flag patterns like crazy. We go up, we come down. We go up, we come down. We go up, we come down. We went up, probably going to come down if history repeats itself, right? It actually already came down, right? It already did come down. I'm looking at SRAX is the fact that it's holding above this $4 level. I might be looking to short below $4. If it can consolidate on this $4 level and hold up, we might see it run too. That's my quick little analysis there. Wow, yeah, fourth profit trader, man, 430, yikes, that's tough, but right, you know, if you want to make this your thing, 430 is just what you're going to have to do, right? Unless you want to move out to the East Coast or the Midwest, which I don't recommend. Well, maybe, right? Those taxes over there in Cali, I don't know, and I don't know how that cost of living is rough. And that's the thing is SRAX may not be shortable for you. I actually haven't even checked if it is shortable for me. So hold on, guys. Let me log into my account, my trading account here, get everything up and running. 1 second. Take me about a minute. Symbol. Oh yeah, I can't short it either, so I won't even be really looking at shorting it anyways. Alrighty. So considering that's the case, I just had IDXG pop up here on the pre-market. Look at this thing going. So let's see. Yeah, we looked at PLX. It's right at that 90 cent, that dollar mark where it has strong resistance. So I'm not gonna, I really wouldn't, I'm not gonna mess around with it until it breaks over $1. So IDXG popping up, but I wonder what's the news. Interspace Diagnostics presents data from over 3,400 patients tested with Thigen X. So I don't really know that. I mean, that's cool. Is it good data? That's a question. It has to be if the stock's going up. So You can keep an eye on IDXG. It's still early to tell exactly what's going to happen, right? It's possible we can see a pre-market high breakout with this, but we just have to give it some more time to do its thing. There's no really go-to on that right now. Another one, I mean, we got BNTC also on the pre-market. Yeah, I don't really like it. Not a big fan of it. Although it does have some news, 7:45 this morning. U.S. patent granted for Benetech hepatitis B program. So there is a little bit of news on it. And LTBR is popping up. SPPI. Ooh, SPPI. This one doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's about to break its pre-market high right now, so you guys can keep SPPI on watch. It does have some news this morning. Spectrum Pharmaceutical highlights something, 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 something. So it does have this news this morning. Could look pretty good. Over 1979 pre-market high breakout there. Take a quick look here at RGSE. Yeah, RGSE looking pretty weak and not too crazy about it. SSKN. Let's have some news this morning. This Strataskin analyst is modeling for more than a 400% upside in this stock. Yeah, I've heard that many times before and nothing comes of it. So although no, I don't know. It is really in a bunch of resistance right now. Really back and forth in here. Not really too concerned about it. So again, quick wrap up. TRXYE, you can watch for a multi-day runner or a short below $4. SRAX, potential short below $4. If it cracks $4, potential short. IDXG was actually looking kind of good. If it holds up, just dumped out. So it's trying to put in a new low right now. We'll see if it bounces back. Then we might have a confirmed trend kind of like that. But no, it's dumping out. ANYOT does have some resistance coming up in like the 240 areas. But if we could get a break over $2, strong break, I might consider trading that. And then OPPT, or was that it? Was it OPPT? OPPT looking like it's about to break its trend, head to the downside here pretty soon. And then PLX, the other guy here. Yeah, so exactly, right? Like a lot of people have stop losses set around that $4 area. So if that's the case, I'll definitely short below there knowing that people have stop losses. So as soon as those get triggered, there's going to be big selling pressure that just adds to the profit on my short there. Now, let's see. I mean, you're right on spot. I mean, it's hard to say because if it holds up over $4, it could continue to the upside. PLX trying to break through like 90-cent area. So for me, PLX only gonna trade if we get over that $9 or that dollar mark. So that's really all I got for you guys today. Hope that helps. So like I said, definitely looking to short TRXE below 4 could be a multi-day runner if it holds up on the 4 level. Same thing with SRAX, definitely looking to short below $4. It typically comes down after big days. And then PLX only would trade over $1, and then ANYOT potential breakout over $2, resistance 240s, 250s, 260s, right in that area. So, gotcha. Yeah, IDX just went to the downside, pretty heavy. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll keep you posted on everything as far as the new site goes. Meeting with developers today, get some stuff figured out. So it should be some cool things coming, you know, and I'm going to take it the right steps. You know, I want to make sure that when everything's in place, it's correct. So I'll probably take on, you know, a handful of people. Don't know how many, but I'll take on a handful of people to make sure the site's up and running, payments are going through correctly. Then, you know, just those handful of people can access the screen share, see the screen share, right? So that there's no issues there. And then I really want to make sure that the way that the course is laid out, and it's just easily manageable on your end and my end, right? I just want to make sure the courses are in there in place so that it's just like, click this, go through, click this, go through, click this, go through. So there's no jumping around, kind of guessing where it is. It's just going to be in very easy format to follow. I don't want anything to be super hard. I'm trying to make it as simple as I can. Everything to be right there. Like you go in, you log in, and that will have your courses, and then that will have your link to the screen share and scanners, and then, you know, the link to the chat room and all that just right there. So the guy I'm meeting with is super, super smart, pretty nifty guy. He knows what he's doing really well. And that's the thing. The screen share will start when my course is up. So there's no telling exactly how long it will be. I don't think it's going to be long. I think at most 2 weeks, but I think he can get everything up and running within a couple days, honestly. So I will keep you all posted, and I will be doing the 50% off sale of $12.50 probably for 3 days straight, maybe 4. But, you know, with all the issues that went on, I want to make sure everybody can get in the price they were getting in at. And I want to make sure that people that wanted to get in that didn't have the opportunity will have extra time to get in. So I'll run it for like 3 or 4 days or whatever. We'll see. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning into the Boiler Room, and I will see you in the morning. No, you will, Joseph. I do this every single morning. Even when I have the course, that's just like an additional thing if you want to hop in. But I will always do the pre-market live stream on YouTube. And yes, you should be able to use your Mac. The third-party software company I intend on using for screen share and live streaming and everything like that is compatible with Mac. I use it on my Mac, so it should be good to go. So that's where I'll leave you guys off. I will see you tomorrow morning.